Let's start today with the retirement of partners from a partnership firm. समजा एखादा पार्टनरशिप फर्म ऑलरेडी आहे, एक्झिस्टिंग आहे, त्यातला एखादा पार्टनर किंवा एकापेक्षा जास्त पार्टनर might retire from a firm on a given date. When a partner retires from a firm, right, it may be on following account. खालील कारणांमुळे ते रिटायर होतील. फर्स्ट, ओल्ड एज, वय झालंय, तब्येत बरी नाही, इल हेल्थ. Or third one is dispute among the partners. Whatsoever may be the reason of dispute, we are least concerned about it. But if there is a dispute, partner may retire from the firm. Whatever may be the reason of retirement, right? Whenever partner retires from the firm, he gets his share of the net worth of the firm. Means what? Not only whatever capital he invested, along with that capital, whatsoever profit firm has made till date, what is kept in the books of accounts of the firm as reserves and surplus, along with that share in reserve surplus capital plus goodwill plus all the profit or loss on revaluation, the share in all of this will be paid to retiring partner along with his capital invested. So whenever partner retires, following things takes place. First, distribution of existing reserves or accumulated losses among all the partners in their PSR, which is their old PSR. Because my retiring partner is entitled for his share in this reserves and surplus. Next, after distribution of existing reserve surplus, I revalue all the assets and liabilities of the firm. Say for example, when they started firm, they purchased a land and building, say for rupees 1 lakh. But now, when partner is retiring, the market value is 10 lakh. It has increased from 1 lakh to 10 lakh. But in balance sheet, it will be shown at rupees 1 lakh only. Because whenever we purchase fixed asset, we are going to use it over a period of years again and again. We are not going to sell it just because its value appreciated. So the profit or loss on increase or decrease in the value of long-term asset, fixed asset, is never shown in the books of account unless and until it is actually sold. जेव्हा विकू त्यावेळी बघू. त्यामुळे अजूनही बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये ती व्हॅल्यू 1 लाखाची 1 लाखच दिसते. But suppose after retirement they sold land and building, it will get sold for rupees 10 lakh. That means they will earn a profit of 9 lakh rupees. But this retiring partner was also there when this value appreciated from 1 lakh to 10 lakh. So at the time of retirement, retiring partner will insist on revaluing assets as well as liabilities of the firm, right? And he will get his share of profit or loss on revaluation of assets. Third, new PSR will be decided, and once you decide PSR, new PSR, sometimes we need to calculate gain ratio also. Not always, but sometimes. Now, they may continue with their old ratio or they may adopt a new PSR, and we calculate a gain ratio by deducting, right, new ratio minus old ratio. Answer is gain ratio का formula is new ratio minus old ratio. What do you mean by gain ratio? When a partner retires, his share is distributed among remaining partners, continuing partners. So after retirement, they get more profit as compared to earlier. So the ratio in which they gain is called as gain ratio. Next is treatment of goodwill. You all know goodwill means intangible asset or the money value of reputation of the firm in the market. This retiring partner also have taken lots of effort to build this goodwill of the firm in the market. So when he retires, he should get his share of goodwill. We will do detailed study of goodwill when we'll proceed further. Adjustment of remaining partner as per their new PSR, right? When remaining partner, continuing partner decided to continue the business, they may change their capital, adjust their capital as per their new PSR. This we have already seen in admission of partner. The same thing will be continued in retirement of partnership firm also. Payment of retiring partner's capital. The balance in capital account of retiring partner refers to amount payable to partner. When amount is payable to partner, right, that amount can be paid either fully or either partly. When it is paid fully, right, account is closed and he is not a partner hereafter. But suppose firm does not have full amount for payment, they may make part payment and the remaining amount will be shown as his loan. That means loan taken from retiring partner, and this will be shown in my books of account as a liability. And this liability is external liability. That means he is not my partner anymore. Amount payable to him will not be shown under the name capital. It will be shown under the name loan taken from this partner. Is it clear? Now, let's start each stage one by one. These 6 stages one by one. First, distribution of reserves and surplus, right? First stage is distribution of reserves and surplus or accumulated losses. If these reserves are there, it will be shown on balance sheet liability side, and accumulated losses are there, those losses will be shown on balance sheet asset side, right? Whether it is accumulated losses or whether it is accumulated reserves, both will be distributed among partners' capital in their old PSR. So two possibility. First possibility for distributing reserves which are appearing on liability side, they are having credit balance. So close it debit. So entry will be reserve surplus account debit to all partners' capital account. The same thing we have already done in admission of partner also. My reserves and surplus are having credit balance appearing on liability side, means it's a credit balance. To close it debit, and it will go to partners. So partners capital account credit. This is the profit payable to partners. Is it clear? Partners become my creditors, so credit. Next, just now amount is payable to partner, that's why partners capital account credit side. Now next, accumulated losses which are appearing on balance sheet asset side, right? To close it, they are credited. So accumulated losses credit, and this amount is recoverable from partners. So partner capital account debit, right? Partner become our debtor, so capital account debit. Second stage is revaluation of assets and liabilities. As we have done in this admission of partner, there are 4 possibilities. First possibility, increase in the value of asset. Second, decrease in the value of asset. Third, increase in the value of liability. Fourth, decrease in the value of liability. Whenever partner retires, all the assets and liabilities are to be revalued, and the profit or loss on revaluation will be shared among all the partners in their old ratio. In case of admission, it was distributed among old partner only. New partner was not there. But here all the partners are old partners. So it will be shared between all the partners in old ratio. Here also we open a separate account for recording profit or loss on revaluation. It is called as revaluation account or P&L adjustment account, right? It's a nominal account. Nominal accounts rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain. म्हणजे लॉस झाला तर डेबिट, प्रॉफिट झाला तर क्रेडिट, right? We will record all the profit or loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities through revaluation account. and the balance in this revaluation account will be distributed among all the partners. Let's discuss all the four possibilities and their entry. First possibility, increase in the value of asset. Asset is already having debit balance, right? To increase it, debit it further. So asset account debit. And when asset ka value increases, it's our profit. The profit will be recorded on revaluation account credit side. So the entry will be asset account debit to revaluation. Entry will be asset account debit to revaluation with the amount of increase in the value of asset. Say for example, my stock was 40,000, it became 45,000. On revaluation, it was found that the value is 45,000. So value appreciated by 5,000. So entry will be stock account debit to revaluation 5,000. Is it clear? Second possibility, decrease in the value of asset. Suppose my value of asset decreases, right? Entry will be reversed. It's a loss. So revaluation account debit side, and my asset is having debit balance. To reduce it, credit it. So the entry will be revaluation account debit to asset. Entry will be revaluation account debit to assets. Third possibility, increase in the value of liability. My liability is having credit balance. To increase it, right, credit it further. And when liability increases, it is my loss. So loss revaluation account debit side. So entry will be revaluation account debit to liability. Entry will be revaluation account debit to liability. And the fourth possibility, decrease in the value of liability, entry will be reversed, right? Saying that liability account debit to revaluation. Liabilities are having credit balance. To close it, debit. So liability debit, and when liability reduces, it's a profit. So revaluation account credit. So entry will be liabilities account debit to revaluation. Is it clear? We did two stages. First stage, distribution of profit and loss and accumulated losses, and second stage, revaluation of assets and liabilities. Now,
दादा
yes,
तिसरं सांग ना, increase in the value of
value of,
liabilities.
okay. Liabilities माझ्या credit balance असतात. For example, I have taken a loan from say एक friend कडनं loan घेतलं होतं, बरोबर? So that loan will appear on my balance sheet liability side. Partner said, that person said, now you give me interest also. We said fine, we will pay you along with interest. So my liability increases. Loan वाढलं, liability वाढली म्हणून liability credit. लायबिलिटी ऑलरेडी क्रेडिट असतात, वाढवण्यासाठी अजून क्रेडिट, मग लायबिलिटी क्रेडिट. आणि लायबिलिटी वाढली म्हणजे माझा लॉस झाला म्हणून रिव्हॅल्युएशन डेबिट. सो द एंट्री विल बी रिव्हॅल्युएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू लायबिलिटी. इज इट क्लिअर नाउ?
हो.
अजून कोणाला काही डाऊट? चल मग पुढे जाऊया आपण. ओके. Now, new PSR and gain ratio. New PSR इकडे सिंपल असतो, बरोबर? Retiring partner will go, remaining partner may continue their old ratio, that will become a new ratio, or they might adopt a new ratio. Say for example, see Mr. A, Mr. B and Mr. C were partners in the firm with a profit sharing ratio of 3:2:1. Mr. C retires from the firm. Mr. A and B continue to share the future profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Mr. C गेला, त्याचा रेशो गेला. मग आता रेशो काय उरला? रेशो काय उरला? 3:2. So new ratio is 3:2. Simple. समजा जर मिस्टर ए गेला असता तर बी आणि सी चा रेशो ठरला असता 2:1. समजा जर मिस्टर बी गेला असता तर रेशो ठरला असता 3:1. Is it clear? They will continue they will continue with their old ratio only. हा झाला त्यांचा न्यू रेशो. आता असं पण होऊ शकतं, मिस्टर ए अँड बी कंटिन्यूड, मिस्टर सी रिटायर, they decided to ratio share profit and losses in the ratio of 4:3. They might change, and if they might change their ratio, it will be given to you in your question. आता पुढचं gain ratio. What do you mean by gain ratio? When a retiring partner's share of profit is distributed among continuing partner, the ratio in which they are benefited, it is called as gain ratio. We need this gain ratio for writing of goodwill only when goodwill is raised to the extent of retiring partner. See, the ratio is, formula is gain ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio. Formula of gain ratio is new ratio minus old ratio. Normally, when the old ratio and new ratio is same, my gain ratio is also same. Okay? याचा उपयोग आपल्याला कधी आहे? Only and only when goodwill is raised to the extent of retiring partner and continuing partner decided to write off this goodwill. When we will do the treatment of goodwill, at that point of time we will use this. Now, the next one is treatment of goodwill. Next one is what? Treatment of goodwill. Same two possibilities which we have done in admission of partner, right? Goodwill is an intangible asset of the firm. Old partners have taken lots and lots of effort to build this goodwill of the firm. A retiring partner should get his share of goodwill at the time of retirement. So for that, we have to pass entry for goodwill. When we have to pass entry for goodwill, there are two possibilities. First possibility is that goodwill is already appearing in the books, and second possibility is goodwill is not appearing in the books. What do you mean by this? When goodwill is appearing in the books म्हणजे अगोदर कधीतरी goodwill व्हॅल्यू केलेला आहे आणि बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये goodwill अकाउंट दिसत आहे, त्याला म्हणणार goodwill is already appearing in the books. आणि जर फर्स्ट टाइम goodwill व्हॅल्यू करतोय तर बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये goodwill नसणार. So this is the second possibility, goodwill is not appearing in the books. Let's discuss this one by one. First, when goodwill is appearing in the books of account, balance sheet मध्ये goodwill already आहे. Say for example, goodwill आहे balance sheet मध्ये 50,000. So when goodwill is already appearing in the books 50,000, there are two possibilities. मार्केट व्हॅल्यू प्रमाणे गुडविल 60,000 असेल किंवा मार्केट व्हॅल्यू प्रमाणे गुडविल 45,000 असेल. एक तर कमी तरी असेल किंवा जास्त तरी असेल. सो लेट डिस्कस बोथ द पॉसिबिलिटी वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट पॉसिबिलिटी, मार्केट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ गुडविल इज मोर दॅन बुक व्हॅल्यू. म्हणजे बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये 50 दिसत आहेत पण ऍडजस्टमेंट मध्ये सांगितलं की मार्केट व्हॅल्यू 60,000 आहे. आज जर दुकान बंद केलं तर गुडविलचे आपल्याला 60,000 रुपये यायला पाहिजेत. So goodwill should be increased. Goodwill should be increased. So entry will be goodwill is an asset having debit balance, to increase it, debit it further. So goodwill will be debited. And this is the result of efforts of all the partners. म्हणून all partnerला पैसे द्यायचे, म्हणून entry येणार goodwill account debit to all partners capital account in old ratio. Entry will be passed with 10,000. कारण ऑलरेडी बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये गुडविल दिसत आहेत 50,000, आपल्याला बॅलन्स 60,000 झाला पाहिजे म्हणजे 10 ने वाढवावा लागेल. सो वी विल पास एंट्री विथ 10,000. नाउ आफ्टर पासिंग दिस एंट्री, माय गुडविल विल अपीयर इन बॅलन्स शीट as rupees 60,000. My goodwill will appear in balance sheet as rupees 60,000. Is it clear? बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये 50 असेल, ऍडजस्टमेंट मध्ये 60 झाले सांगितलं तर गुडविल वाढवायचं. एंट्री विल बी गुडविल अकाउंट डेबिट टू ऑल पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल. सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी, बुक व्हॅल्यू सांगितली 50 म्हणजे बॅलन्स शीट मध्ये दिसते 50, बट आपल्याला ऍडजस्टमेंट मध्ये सांगितलं आता त्याची किंमत झाली 40,000. म्हणजे गुडविल 10,000 कमी झालंय. गुडविल 10,000 काय झालंय, कमी झालंय. जर माझं गुडविल 10,000 कमी झालेलं असेल तर मी एंट्री रिव्हर्स करणार. एंट्री करणार ऑल पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट टू गुडविल. My all partners will be debited because this reduction in the value of goodwill is loss to be recovered from all partners. This reduction in value of goodwill is my loss which is to be recovered from all the partners, and goodwill account should be closed, so goodwill account credit. The entry येणार all partners capital account debit to goodwill. Is this clear? Goodwill asset आहे, गुडविल असेट आहे, वाढवायची असेल तर डेबिट कॅपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट. बरं, गुडविल कमी करायचं असेल तर गुडविल डेबिट बॅलन्स असतं, कमी करण्यासाठी क्रेडिट, मग कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट. ऑलवेज वी हॅव टू पास एंट्री विथ द अमाउंट ऑफ डिफरन्स. सिंपल. नोबडी हॅव्हिंग नो डाउट? ओके, गुड. नाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड फर्दर. सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी, when goodwill is not appearing in the books. So when goodwill is not appearing in the books, you have to raise goodwill. When goodwill is not appearing in the books, you have to raise goodwill, and for raising goodwill, you will have to pass entry as we used to pass in admission. Same entry, goodwill account debit to all partners capital account. Goodwill is an asset. Assets increase, so goodwill account debit, and this increase is because of effort of all the partners, so goodwill account debit to all the partners capital account. This entry will be passed with old ratio because this is the goodwill of the entire firm and efforts are taken by all the partners in their old ratio. So entry will be goodwill account debit to all partners capital account, that is all partners capital account. This goodwill can be kept in balance sheet as it is, or this can be written off. If it is just raised, not written off, this will appear in balance sheet as an asset. This will appear on balance sheet asset side as an asset. There can be one or more than one entry. If it is raised, only this much entry, goodwill account debit to all partners capital account in old ratio. But suppose after raising, if partners decide to write off the goodwill, entry will be continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill. First, you will have to pass entry for goodwill raise. When goodwill will appear in balance sheet, then only you can write it off. So first raise, then return off. Okay? Writing off is not compulsory. जर त्यांनी सांगितलं तरच राईट ऑफ करायचं, नाही तर फक्त रेझिंगची एंट्री. If it is decided to write off, continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill in their new ratio. In which ratio? Their new ratio. After passing this entry, goodwill account will be closed and it will not be shown in balance sheet asset side. Is it clear? These two entries, goodwill raised and written off, can be passed fully or can be passed to the extent of retiring partner. If it is passed to the extent of retiring partner, then first goodwill raise, goodwill is of only retiring partner. So goodwill asset account debit comes in, debit what comes in? To retiring partners capital account. Amount is payable only to retiring partner. Why retiring partner? Because this is the share only of retiring partner. This is not the goodwill of the firm. So this share is payable to retiring partner only. So entry will be goodwill account debit to retiring partners capital account. And if later on it is written off, entry will be to close goodwill. Goodwill account will be credited and it will be recovered from retiring partner, continuing partner. So entry will be continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill. Only if we have to pass this entry, we need gain ratio. Otherwise, we don't need gain ratio. So read the problem carefully. Whether goodwill is to be raised fully or to the extent of retiring partner. If it is to the extent of retiring partner, then only we'll have to calculate goodwill. Otherwise, we don't have to calculate goodwill. I repeat all this treatment of goodwill once again, right? There are two possibilities. First possibility, goodwill is already appearing in the books. Second possibility, goodwill is not appearing in the books. If goodwill is appearing in the books, there are two possibilities. It is to be increased or it is to be decreased. When market value is more than book value, that means it is to be increased. Entry will be goodwill account debit to all partners capital account, right? If it is to be written off, if the market value is less than book value, entry will be reversed. All partners capital account debit to goodwill. Second possibility, if goodwill is not appearing in the books, first you'll have to raise, then you can write off. And when you are raising and writing it off, there are two possibilities. It can be raised and written off fully or partly. Out of that, first, when goodwill is raised fully, goodwill account debit to all partners capital account in old ratio. If it is not written off, it will be shown on balance sheet asset side. When goodwill is written off, entry will be continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill. That means goodwill is gone, and who will bear this loss? Only continuing partner, because hereafter there is no retiring partner. When goodwill is raised and written off to the extent of retiring partner, first when it is raised, goodwill account debit to only retiring partners capital account. And when it is written off, entry will be continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill in gain ratio. Is it clear? And the last one is adjustment of capital account as per new PSR. Extra amount either may be transferred to loan amount or current account, or it can be settled in cash. So if there is a surplus capital, that means credit side is more, right? Entry will be continuing partners capital account debit either to loan, either to current account, or it can be paid in cash. If it is recorded through loan account or current account, this loan account and current account will be shown on balance sheet liability side. Suppose त्यांनी 50 गुंतवले, 30च गुंतवायचे, तर 20 जास्त गुंतवले. So that 20,000 will be shown on loan account or current account. It will be shown on balance sheet liability side, or when it is settled through cash, it will be credited to cash account. Reverse also may happen. बरोबर, त्यांनी 50 गुंतवायला पाहिजे, 30च गुंतवले, तर त्यांना सांगणार 20,000 घेऊन या. If they brings in cash, so entry will be cash bank account debit to partners capital account. If it is settled through loan account or current account, this loan account or current account will be shown on balance sheet asset side. That is amount given as loan to partner, right? Amount receivable from partners. This already we have done in my admission of partner account also. And the last now, payment of partner. Partner will have normally credit balance. That means amount is payable to partner. Credit side मोठी असणार. सगळी अमाउंट एकदम पे केली जाऊ शकते किंवा पार्ट पेमेंट केलं जाऊ शकतं. When amount is paid, whether fully or partly, entry will be partners capital account debit to cash bank. When amount is paid, it will be partner is receiver, so partners capital account debit, and amount is payable to partners. Cash went out, real account debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And remaining amount, if any, will be shown as a liability. Entry will be retiring partners capital account debit to loan account, and this amount will be shown as liability on balance sheet liability side. Hereafter, partner is no more partner. He is an outsider to firm. I hope it is clear.